Welcome to the October. Can you believe it? October, I can't believe it. Virtual pitch night. We're getting down to the very pointy end of the year. For all of those who are joining us, please feel free to pop in the chat where you are calling in from. Also, if you have registered to pitch night, please let us know who you are. You can actually identify yourself either to myself, Karen Finch, or to the Silicon Beach, David Hauser, just so we know that you're in the room and we haven't missed you out on the sheet. But what we might do while everyone's kind of getting in and settled, we'll do all the formal introduction bits. So hello, my name is Karen Finch and I'm going to be your MC tonight. A little bit about me. So I'm the CEO and founder of Legally Yours, which is Australia's leading legal marketplace that connects individuals and startups and small business owners with fixed fee lawyers across Australia. So think legal services without the bill shock. That's what we're about at Legally Yours. I'm also a board member of the Australian Legal Technology Association, and I'm the committee chair of the Women of Australian Legal Technology. I'm obviously an event organizer and MC for Silicon Beach. And so I'd really encourage you to look out for some of the incredible events that Silicon Beach put on. We're actually hosting one next week with two of our lawyer members, Christine Bulos and Tolt and Ast from Allied Legal. So it'll be Thursday, 13th of October at 12:30 p.m. All about IP. So really, really important stuff. And the topic they're looking at is IP. I can't see it, so why worry about it? But I think we all know the answer to that because we need to. All right, before we get into the proceedings, in the spirit of reconciliation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I'm standing on here today, which is the Bun Bun Wurrung and the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung peoples of the Eastern Kulin Nation. And I acknowledge that sovereignty of this land has never been ceded. It always was and always will be Aboriginal land, and I pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people of today. I'd also like to share a bit about the primary mission of Silicon Beach, which is to empower founders. So as such, our vision is to create an environment where founders can feel supported, educated and empowered to fulfill their startup vision and values. And so tonight is all about providing a platform for founders and startup owners to feel supported, comfortable, open and connected. And a little bit of housekeeping. So as you will realize, we are recording tonight. So if you don't feel comfortable having your camera on, you can feel free to turn that off. Please mute your audio so that we don't have any extra noises. As I mentioned at the beginning, please use the chat. We love the chat in these virtual pitch nights. Really, any sort of questions that you have of the pitches, pop those in there, introduce yourself. I love reading the chat afterwards. So really, make that vibrant and make sure that you make yourself known. And smile. We're going to do a photo. So if you do want to be on camera, look into the camera, smile nicely, and we are taking a photo in 3, 2, 1. Great. Thank you so much, everybody. So you can look at your face when I do the little post afterwards. All right. So before I get on to the judges and the prizes that are up for grabs tonight, I'm going to hand over to Olga and she's going to talk a little bit about our sponsors. Over to you, Olga.
Thank you, Karen, and welcome everyone. So I would like to just mention our beautiful sponsors and just give you a quick overview. So Proper Innovations is a UX design agency that helps you understand how your product best solves your target users' problems. Hazel Lawyers, pragmatic advice and on business law, intellectual property law, and defense contracting. Legally Yours, as Karen mentioned, but I will mention it again, give people access to a range of lawyers who provide a great upfront quoting and deliver their services in a way that is convenient for their clients. C4 Works, a team of friendly financial experts with the skills to help guide your business on a path to a more sustainable financial future. Think Innovation, assist clients in transforming their ideas into effective products and services through applied design thinking. The Cake Studio, their businesses get more clients with their website so that they can help empower more people while doing work they truly love. Algorand Foundation. The Algorand Foundation is dedicated to fulfilling their global promise of blockchain technology by leveraging the Algorand protocol and open source software. Begain works with tech companies, both Web 2 and Web 3, on the marketing and brand strategies and solutions. Virtual CMO service is a great option for small, mid-sized businesses to scale their marketing efforts without high cost for a full-time CMO. Founders' well-being, helping founders and the team focus on their well-being. This could include matters related to team, capital, governance, scaling, or more. BCF Coaching Academy has a range of online courses and coaching program that shows you how to successfully launch your idea quickly, effectively, and at low risk. Silver Pen Writing Studio develops creative content that will showcase your brand personality. And Hinder, well, I hope I pronounced it right, developing tech infrastructure for SaaS companies and aiming to simplify the process of turning existing or new software into SaaS offerings. All our sponsors, and if you want to connect with one of our sponsors, please feel free to check our website. And I also want to mention a couple of upcoming events, and I think Kate, one of our judges, will tell a little bit more about that. So Kate will be running an event on storytelling for startups on the that it will take place on the 18th of October. And also we will have an event in November, Lender and Rogers Law Tech Hub Pitch Night on 15th of November at 5 p.m. So we will post the links in the chat, so feel free to check them out and register. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you, Olga. And that is so fantastic. A shout out to all those sponsors. Honestly, we cannot do all the things that we do in Silicon Beach. It makes me so incredibly proud that we have all of these wonderful companies supporting all of you startup founders here and making these things happen. So a big thank you from me. All right, so let's get on to our incredible judges tonight. They've been sitting there very, very patiently. So first up, we have Lara Peralta. Lara is a project manager with 10 years experience working in top tier firms, ranging from industries in law, financial services and insurance. Specialising in financial, strategic and operational advice, Lara has assisted high-profile clients in delivering multi-million-dollar projects within telecommunications, finance and construction. As well as her corporate life, Lara is in the process of starting up a tech company, focusing on providing access to a pocket project manager, just love, for aspiring business owners struggling to move from ideation phase. Lara, we are so excited to have you back again. Please unmute, say hello and let us know about the incredible prize you have up for grabs.
Thanks, Karen. You always give me a nice little introduction. Makes me blush every time I visit. But for my prize today, I'll be offering 4 weeks of my mentoring and project management services to help systemize the winner's business objectives so that they can kick their business goals as well as take their business to the next level.
Oh, so excited. Thank you so much, Lara. All right, on to our next judge, Kate Kinnivan from Silver Pen, who's also one of our sponsors. Kate is the founder of Silver Pen Writing Studio, which supports businesses to stand out from the crowd with captivating content and powerful brand stories. Specialising in communications, Kate develops, writes and runs workshops, retreats and coaching sessions for emerging and established brands, as well as offering a range of digital courses and customised content packages. Kate is a caffeine fiend, a bit like me, courage coach, dream chaser and rule reviser with a lifelong love of language and storytelling. And when Kate's not writing, like the prolific word nerd she is, and I didn't call you that, I think that's incredible. That's incredible. You can find Kate planning her next great bucket list adventure, playing servant to her 3 adorable dogs or chasing the perfect light atop the rolling hills of the Strzelecki. Please unmute, Kate. Oh my God, beautiful introduction, and say hello. Let us know what your prize is for tonight.
Hi, everyone. My prize is a 90-minute consult with me to talk through what your brand statements or promises are going to be and how we can help you develop your brand story so that you stand out from the sea of same of other businesses in your industry, so that you get a leg up on your competitors. So I really look forward to hearing all your pitches tonight. Thanks.
Oh, thanks so much, Kate. We're so grateful to have you here. And last but certainly not least, we have Aaron Pereni. Aaron is an academic from Hungary living and working in Australia. Aaron specialises in entrepreneurship with research interests in international business and economic development, with specific interests in senior and international entrepreneurship, ecosystems, networking and entrepreneurship education. Aaron is a member of several academic associations and the Hungarian Academy of Sciences. He's also the co-founder of Melbourne's Central European Business Forum and a regular participant in international business activities. Aaron, we're so happy to have you here. Please unmute, say hello and let us know about your prize.
Hi, everybody. Pleased to be here. Thanks for the intro. So I often help startups and small businesses with their business development needs. It's kind of a hobby of mine at the moment, being a full-time academic. But so what I'm offering to the selected participant is a consultation session where we can discuss your business's situation, challenges, and development needs going forward.
Amazing. 3 incredible prizes. So thank you again to the judges and for those prize donations too. All right, let's get on to the real stars of tonight. So our pitches. So for those of you who perhaps haven't tuned into one of these before, the way that this works is that each pitcher has 90 seconds to pitch. 90 seconds. At that 90-second mark, you are going to hear a bell ding. Let's see if we can hear it so we know what we're listening. There you go. And when you hear that sound, just wrap it up. I won't interrupt you, but we do need to wrap it up. Thereafter, I will invite the judges to give their feedback and ask some questions. So don't fear, if you've missed out something, you can get that information across. After we've finished our pitching section, there will be a little breakout room where people can network and talk to each other. The judges and I will go off and make those decisions, and then we will come back and we'll wrap things up by 7 p.m. And allocate those prizes. So we're in for a really exciting night. Okay, so we are over to our first pitcher. I always get the tingles when I introduce the first one. Raj, are you there? Please say hello so we can make sure that your audio is working.
Yes, hello, good evening. Can everyone hear me?
We certainly can. So your pitching is about to start. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I think
Right.
so.
Best of luck. The time starts now.
Lovely, thank you. Today I'm going to talk about Kravein. Kravein is a multi-channel social media app and a website for food lovers and hospitality industry. Kravein delivers new customers and reduces costs for hospitality industry and helps foodies eat well. For customers, Kravein provides what we call a dish cavalry. There are plenty of sites for restaurant reviews, but none for dish reviews. Only on Kravein can you search for the best burgers nearby, a unique craft beer, or scroll photos of every dish in a suburb and their rating. For venues, it's a growing community of food lovers they can communicate with directly. We have seen how combining search, social media, and e-commerce has revolutionized industries like fashion and plan to do so the same for food. In short, social media and e-commerce combined. Just think of Instagram meets TripAdvisor meets Uber Eats. For customers, the USP is customers can find great food and make every meal a success. They can search for restaurants and dish photos and reviews, not just the best restaurant in St. Kilda, but the best dish or a best burger or a best beverage or a drink in St. Kilda. Users can publish and share photos and recommendations and reviews. They can follow venues and friends for news and special recommendations. For venues, they can attract new customers, they can communicate with foodies, attract followers, or publish news. And they're low cost. It's all about reducing staffing. I'll stop here.
Hooray! Thank you, Raj. That's always the hardest to go first up. You nailed it. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, judges, over to you for your questions. Lara, you were hot off the press. Off you go.
Hot off the press because I'm a massive foodie. So Raj, I'm your ideal market. I just have 2 questions for you. I'm cheating, but one of them is because I'm a foodie, I know there's a platform that already exists called Zomato, and so they're kind of similar to what you do, but what is your competitive edge and how do you make your company different to something like Zomato?
That's a very good question. When we talk about it, everyone says you're like Zomato. We are 100% different to Zomato because Zomato have concentrates on venues or restaurants. We concentrate on food. It's an Instagram of food where you can take photos of any food, any dish, any beer, any beverage, and post it online. And it's like more like Instagram of food. People can view it, share it with others, and also venues can share their dishes, their food as well. So it's all about food spotting. Instead of spotting the food, looking into restaurants or a venue, into their the glass house, saying, oh, that looks nice, this looks nice. It's like looking at multiple restaurants all of a sudden on your mobile, just like how you look at Instagram.
Oh, that was a great answer. My last question is, how do you plan on capitalizing on this platform? Like, how do you get the money for it?
Oh, all right, there are 3 ways we are looking at capturing. Number 1 is we are working with a lot of, I guess, the venues where they're able to post their latest dishes that basically that they're proud of, and that's quite famous. And also users will be able to love the dish or like the dish as well. So where we are looking at capitalizing it, where users can look at that particular dish and order it when they feel like. So they can order it using various methods, such as in-venue order, as well as any others. Secondly, as any food, any dish comes up, the ratings is high, we're going to put in some advertising in the app so that they can see what is it in terms of number 1, number 2, or number 3 as well. So that's the plan we are looking at, Lara, at this point.
Amazing.
Thank you.
That's impressive. Thank you, Raj.
It is actually, we are in alpha. If everyone would like to go and download Kravein, I would love it. It's called Kravein, Kravein, from the app, or kravein.com.au is. I've just put it in.
Amazing. And we've shared some details too for you as well, Raj, which is
lovely.
great. But yeah, I love that. Kate, Aaron, did you have some questions?
Oh, you like Lara, you had me at foodie. As soon as you said Instagram for foodies, I was sold. I'm like, where can I sign up? Raj, I was just wondering, like, when are you launching? What's your kickoff date at this stage?
We have actually released it in alpha just for friends and family. Now we are finally doing one final development, which is actually like the activity feed. Right now, you can look for best dishes in a suburb. You go to a suburb in Sydney. We have already we have been around 2 to 3 months now. We already have 10,000 dishes with friends and family. So what we are doing now is your homepage will be just like the Instagram homepage, where as soon as you see, you can see all your friends posting your favorite dishes. And you can also follow venues, which is very unique USP for us. So your venues can say, oh, hey, I'm having a special deal today, or I'm having a book signing today, come over to our place, so they can see into that. So that is going to be completed by end of this month. So we plan to go into beta sometime next month.
Okay, wow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kate.
And Aaron, over to you.
Cool pitch, Raj. And a great idea. So look, I've got one question, I suppose, that I'd like you to talk about, and that is, you mentioned it's sort of like a social media thing. Like, social media platforms are out there, they're quite popular, there's numerous users. Does yours plug in with any of those already existing social media platforms, and if so, how?
Yes. So although I said we are a social media, it's a social media with a difference. We are not competing with Facebooks or Instagrams or anyone, because it's all about me and my life and my friends. Our solution is all about food, celebrating food. People love food. From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you sleep, it's all about the dishes that you want. So what we are trying to do is celebrate food. Anywhere you go, you like, from TripAdvisor to any website you see, it's all about me, or it's about a person or about a venue. Yeah, you look at, okay, rate this restaurant, rate that venue, rate this bar. It's not about rate this. People go to restaurants for food. If you can have the best ambience, best service, best everything, but if the food is not right, you'd never go to that. So that's where we are concentrating on, to make people excited about the food and share the food they like. When we did a research, Aaron, what we found was 70% of the people go to a venue, be it a bar or a restaurant or a food venue, based on the recommendation of people. Like they say, 70% says, this is recommended to me by my friend or by a colleague or someone like that. And this is sort of a recommendation engine, if you like, where they say, oh, so that people can see this is recommended. And what we saw is other 20%, they go to the restaurant and ask what's popular. They ask the waiter. Our waiter says, because every restaurant has from 30 to 40 items, and they say, these 4 are our popular ones, and that's how they go into that. So I think it's social media, but exactly not social media. If you know what I mean, Aaron.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks, Aaron.
Raj, I love your passion. Love your passion. So thank you so much. You can now sit back and rest and relax. Feel free to put some comments, ask some questions in the audience if you had more questions. Please put those in for our pitches as they go along. But we will get on to our next pitcher. Well done. Thanks, Raj.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks all the best, team.
Yes, thank you. All right. So now I'm going to invite Mohammed. Hello. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. We can hear you. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to rock. Before I start, am I good to start?
You are good to start. Yes.
Before I start, I want to ask a simple question from everyone. Is it possible to raise money without spending a cent out of your pocket? I know most of the people would think it's impossible. I thought the same 2 years ago before I came up with the idea of Icause. My name is Mohammed Haider. I'm a founder, CEO, and founder of Cheap Bills as well. The reason of mentioning Cheap Bills is Cheap Bills gives that engine of providing support to Icause. It gives 30% of its commission when people switch and swap the energy provider or phone provider or other utilities. It is a bit difficult in terms of how the donations are collected around the world, but I want to quickly come on a problem with a friend of mine, Jenny, who loves helping people. She's got 4 kids. However, the inflation cost has gone up. She likes to help people, but because of what's happening in the market, she can't donate. She finds out about Icause, and she switched and swapped her energy provider, donating $51 for electricity and $37 for gas without spending a cent out of the pocket. It can be used by small organization, large organization, NFTs, schools, communities, charity groups, individuals as well. We have passed the MVP stage. We are in the market, and we want to make changes in the future of fundraising. I have one goal, that the future of fundraising where people can raise money without spending a cent out of the pocket. Thank you. Please like us on social media.
Well done, Mohammed. Absolutely
Thank you.
love it. Well done. All right, judges, over to you. Questions. Who would like to go first? Aaron, I might start with you.
All right, I'll just keep looking for the microphone on mute. So, good pitch, and I really like the way that you sort of presented the use case, or like a persona that that's sort of likely to use the service. So, I mean, in terms of such a platform, who would be the target audience in terms of wanting to raise funds? Like, how would you identify that group? Because now I understand more about who would be using it to donate, but who's the one who wants to raise?
Good question, Aaron. Anyone can use it. I think schools can use it, charities can use it, community groups can use it, individual can use it. It can be a silly cause, making a pool in your house, or a buck night, or a patient suffering from cancer. It can be used by anyone in the community as long as it's legit and there's no violence and racism involved. Anyone, it's like GoFundMe in terms of where people don't have to take a cent. They can switch and swap their utility provider, and not only they get a better deal, but they can also help contribute towards the community. We do have other conventional payment options such as Visa and MasterCard, Amex, and everything else. But this spiral, which we have drawn through for Icause, is powered by Cheap Bills, which is my other business, which gives 30%. And people can pretty much, it's a no-brainer, can raise upwards of $500 without spending a cent out of the pocket. Thank you.
That was thumbs up from Aaron. There you go. Good answer.
Thank you.
All right, Kate or Lara. Kate, I think you did unmute, so I might give it over to you.
I was, you did mention, Mohammed, you did mention GoFundMe then. I was trying to think about what your biggest competitor is and what it is that makes you a better choice than that competitor.
Good question again. I think the judges are asking wonderful questions. I think the biggest competitor is, I wouldn't call anyone a bigger competitor because we are unique. We have a unique crowdfunding proposition where people are so used to with spending, taking money out of their pocket. We're giving people, every Australian, a chance without spending a cent. The utility comparison business in Australia is worth $2 billion, where people are switching and swapping their provider every second day. Companies like iSelect, Compare the Market, have a revenue over $500 million. But if there's a reason for a switch, if I have a reason that I can help someone raise money for his cause, I would do it. And my other business, Cheap Bills, is doing really well in comparison space as well. So I thought might as well give back something to community. And if I can give away 30% of that commission which Cheap Bills earn, Cheap Bills also benefit. It's a win-win for the person who's raising money because they don't have to ask people to spend a cent out of their pocket. It's a win for a donor as well because not only they get a better deal on their health insurance, their mobile phone, their gas and electricity, their income protection, and so on, and can raise upwards of $500 without even thinking twice. So in answering you, in competition-wise, we don't have a massive competition in that space where people can switch and donate the bill. However, we do support the conventional payment options such as Visa, MasterCard. So I would definitely see that there's some competition with GoFundMe, but we want to take this platform globally to US, UK, and create a disruption in crowdfunding industry.
Well done. Lara, over to you for just a quick comment, I think, before we hear the bell again.
Sure. So you just mentioned that you have passed the MVP stage. How much feedback have you received from your consumers and how have you addressed their concerns?
I think the feedback, Lara, is amazing. I mean, everyone I pitch is taken away by the concept. It's hard to narrate, and I have the first pitch I did, I have so much information to share about the platform we've made. It's a really smart tool we have built, which has got engagement tool, a dashboard to track commission. People can use the platform where they can link their social media and do one share and connect with all their followers. Like if you have a subscriber of 100,000, with one click, you can send it a request to all your subscriber. We've got app on iOS as well as Android where people can just connect their phone contacts and can engage their friends and family. Then we have built-in marketing tools such as SMS and email, where they can just upload a list of 100,000 and engage their users. They can track where the money is coming from, even switch and donate. They can see that who has donated. If Lara has donated or Karen has donated or David has donated or Aaron has donated, she will figure out where the money is coming from. So in terms of what we're doing in terms of our proposition, it's quite unique. And what we have done is we've divided the platform into 3 stages: events, campaigns, and pages. The events are time bound, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then campaigns is still people hit their target of collecting the donation. And the third is pages, which stays there forever, which would be ideal for schools and community groups. And they can put their video, they can have recurrent payments as well. People can subscribe. Even we're thinking of building e-commerce store for them. So in terms of proposition, I think we are way ahead, and the feedback I'm receiving is like amazing. We've got a lot of charities which have come on board with Icause, and we are still trying best what we can do to engage more people. And it's all bootstrapped, by the way. It's my passion for fundraising, which I want to do. And my background is healthcare and social work. So I'm really, really passionate that first I want to help Australians and then take it to US, UK, and elsewhere where people need money and they don't want to spend anything, and they can, at the same time find better deals where people are always switching. So the idea behind is that make people empowered where they don't have to think twice before donations.
Incredible, Mohammed. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
I can feel your passion coming through. Wonderful job, brilliant pitch. You can sit back and relax. Please put all
Thank
your
you,
details,
Karen.
anything that you would like people to go to, or even, you know, a little bit further on the ask of what we can do for you as a community. But congratulations, well done.
Thank you. I would just request one thing. Look, if you want to support people and there's some causes more than me, go on Icause, like our social media pages, and support Icause. Thank you.
Love it. Thanks so much, Mohammed. All right, over to our next picture. Charbel. Now, have I pronounced that correct? Please let me know.
Hi, how are you, everyone? You're close, very close, Charbel.
Charbel, I knew I hadn't got it right. Thank you. Thanks for the connection. Hello, welcome. Are you good to go?
Yes, I am. Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks.
your time starts now. Off you go.
So Exeraeon, we're building a marketplace mobile application, and the name of it's called is Exeraeon. And so it's going to be mobile application and web platform, so that allows consumers to shop for their household brands in one place with an on-demand and last mile delivery option. So it's a conglomeration of retail stores specifically. So like a digital mall, it's an online shopping platform where you can shop for your household brands at your favorite store, provide you with alternative store locations of your desired items, as well as provide you with alternative brands similar to your desired items. So once you select your product, have paid for it, and then confirm the order, you'll have the option to either pick it up as usual, pick up your product, have it delivered to within the same hour or two to your preferred location, or you can select the time, date, and preferred location of your delivery. So if you decide to have it delivered immediately, or choose to preferred time and place, the retailer will have the option to either use their own delivery services or contractors, or they may even use the Exeraeon contractor as well as an option. And so if the retailer selects an Exeraeon contractor services, the contractor within the proximity of the retailer will receive the notification and opt to accept the delivery job offer. And then throughout the whole process, you'll be able to live track the whole process from beginning to end.
Charbel, well done. I think the applause is coming. Hold on. Well done. Love it. Thank you so much. All right, over to our judges for their comments. Who's going to go first? Oh, I think, Aaron, you just got Kate. There you go. Over to you. Kate, you're next.
Oh, thanks for that. Oh, great pitch and very timely as well. So you were able to summarize everything very succinctly.
Thank you.
And I've actually used a lot of, I shop online a lot. My wife told me she's going to hide my credit card. The thing is that there's a lot of different platforms that do this type of stuff. One of the ones that I used recently was iPantry. So just going to default back to the standard question. Sorry, Kate. How is your platform different from some of these competitors?
So I think the first one, the main focus is we primarily focus on the household brands that you're actually quite familiar with. So the aim is to partner up with say similar to the Kmart and Rebel Sports, Target, Myers, and you'll be able to have those products delivered. And at the same time, when you order through our application, the infrastructure and the experience is quite different. I'm not sure if you've noticed as well, particularly if you go into the stores that you go into, you'll have the mobile application and you have the web platform, and generally they're quite different. And 9 times out of 10, the web service is quite messy. And I've gone in through the different businesses and discussed with them about some of the challenges that they have. And so it'll be ideally as well, the main focus is that you'll have your product delivered within the hour at any location, whereas they usually have the processes of having your product delivered through these third-party logistics, and it can be quite ambiguous when your product will be delivered. And so when you're shopping and to just go back a little bit, when you're shopping for the product specifically with these household brands, you know exactly what you're getting. Whereas, say, for example, with a lot of e-commerce, it could be a hit and miss. So this is why people like shopping at specific household brands, because they know exactly what they're getting. Even a simple thing as a plain white T-shirt at Uniqlo or Target, you know how it feels. You can just order it and it'll come to you when you need it.
Cool, thanks.
Thanks, Aaron. Kate, over to you.
Charbel, I thought your pitch was really clear. There was so much clarity in your descriptions of it's a digital mall. I'm just wondering who your ideal client is, because if people already are using online platforms like Amazon, how do you convince them to come and use your platform instead?
Yeah, so for one, I think people like, for example, Amazon and Shopify, but particularly Amazon, they primarily focus on trying to be the ecosystem. So they really want to provide that end-to-end, the whole supply chain. Whereas with what we're doing, we're primarily focusing on trying to partner up with the retailers rather than just any e-commerce.
Got a thumbs up there from Kate. Great answer. And Lara, over to you.
Cool. So like Aaron, I'm quite a shopaholic, and on an operational perspective, offering quite quick delivery promises also can create delivery challenges, which are quite problematic. How do you plan on managing your revenue with in juxtaposition to your overheads of running this type of business?
So before I answer that question, just to go back a little bit, part of the reason why I created this mobile application is with one of the major issues that we have right now in Australia is there's over 2 million parcels being delivered every year, and that's roughly over 1 billion parcels being delivered. And so what's happening, there's actually a backlog, there's a whole congestion within the warehouse, and it's not being processed fast enough, particularly as you guys would have realized within the peak of COVID, we had this major issue. And so you really have to get that product out of the way, rather than unnecessarily making it sit through the businesses, the third-party logistics and in the warehouses, and just unnecessarily charging these retailers. And so what we're planning to do is the business model is for the retailers is there's going to be a subscription model month to month, and at the same time with the contractors there's going to be a sort of a commission fee. We're aiming to have it similar to an Uber Eats structure in that regards. But my aim is to not squeeze too much from the retailers or the contractors that are going to be working with us.
Fantastic. I can see.
Hope that answers the questions.
You've got a thumbs up there from Lara, which is incredible. Charbel, thank you so much. You can sit back and relax. As I mentioned, please pop your details in, anything that you would like people to go to, and please keep those questions coming in the chat. I've also noticed some people introducing themselves and saying, there's a software developer offering up services to a startup. Feel free to put those sorts of things in there too. Love the chat and reading all those messages. Charbel, thank you.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you. All right, Callum, please say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Callum. All right, are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, your time starts now. Off you go.
Thanks for the introduction, Karen. Also, Hayden's in the room, which is my partner, and we're the co-founders of Allopay. So there's a big problem in the Web3 world. Millions of dollars worth of blockchain funds are stolen every week. So this happens because there are two different types of wallets in which these funds are being stored. The first one is a hot wallet, and the second one is a cold wallet. So the hot wallet is kind of like your spending account at your bank, and a cold wallet is like a safe. So one's got some movement of funds, and the other one has more security, right? So let's take an example of an exchange where they have so much of this movement, but they have so much funds at the same time as well. Millions and millions of dollars are being moved around every second, hour, day, week, month, et cetera, et cetera. So they have to use hot wallets, but you wouldn't store millions of dollars in your spending account attached to a debit card now, would you? And there lies the problem. So once a bad actor has access to these hot wallets, they can drain everything. And that's what you hear in the news pretty much on a weekly basis. So what's the solution? It's Allopay. It's a new wallet that has the best of these both worlds. It uniquely uses smart contracts to provide the security of a cold wallet in the form of automated user level access restrictions, spending approval management, and it's self-custodial. Only you can touch your funds, not even us, even if we wanted to. And this is not needing to mention the functionality we offer, such as access to DeFi, debit card payments, social recoverability. Allo achieves both the flexibility of a hot wallet and the security of a cold wallet and solves a weekly multi-million-dollar problem. Thank you.
Well done. Brilliant pitch. Loved it, Callum, and welcome, Hayden. Good to see you. All right, judges, I'm sure you've got lots of questions. Who's going to go first? Kate.
Callum, I just want to say that I'm sorry, I've just pipped everyone there. I just want to say that you simplified what was incredibly difficult information for a non-tech person like me to understand. And so straight away, I just thought that that was such a solid pitch, because opening with an explanation of the hot and the cold wallets then gave me a context to understand why your proposition is so valuable. So in terms of feedback, I just want to say that was a really solid pitch. I'm really impressed. Thanks.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you.
Love it. Agree. All right, Lara or Aaron, who's going to go first? Or are you muted at the same time? All right, Lara, because Aaron, there you go.
So I work with a lot of blockchain companies that obviously come to law firms to deal with a lot of regulatory changes that happen within the government. How do you plan on challenging those when they do come up? Because often a lot of banks and a lot of regulations are constantly changing. A lot of laws are affecting these type of businesses. How do you plan to mitigate those risks?
Very good question. And Hayden is the best position to answer this one. So I'm going to pass it over to my partner, Hayden.
Thanks, Hayden.
Yeah, that's a great question. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great question, Lara. It's an ongoing challenge, as you said. We can't predict exactly what's going to happen. I think we're quite uniquely positioned because we're completely self-custodial. So we don't actually hold any user funds. And that's also a key value proposition and differentiator for us as well. So a large part of the regulation is to do with like consumer protection and so forth. So a lot of it is kind of quite warranted, to be honest. And so being self-custodial, we can't actually ever access user funds. And so none of these regulations really affect us because they kind of regulate people who ordinarily are banks and probably should be regulated as banks, which is not really us. We're more of a platform, like an infrastructure provider, if you will, for you to custody your own funds.
All right, we've got
Thanks,
Lara nodding there. Well done. We all need a Hayden to come in. I loved it. Okay, Aaron, over to you.
All right, cool. Yeah, that was quite a pitch in terms of explaining in a nutshell what this does. And I've got so many questions, but I suppose I'll just stick with the most pertinent one here. So how do you make money off this?
We take so I mentioned DeFi in there. A lot of our functionality surrounding DeFi is decentralized finance. So it's pretty much automated lending, borrowing, trading, staking, all that sort of stuff. And so if you take an action on one of these actions in our platform, we take a 0.1% cut of all these actions. So the volume that's moved, let's say I'm moving my funds or moving it in or out or doing one of these DeFi actions, we take a 0.1% cut of that, the volume of that action.
Apologies for my ignorance, but how does that compare to industry standard?
Sorry?
So how does that percentage compare with industry standard?
Hayden, how does that compare with?
Yeah, so 0.1%, 1% to 0.1%, it depends obviously on the thing, but it's about the industry standard. What actually is good about us though is we've got a lot of touch points of whether that be them entering into the space or exiting the space or interacting in the space, all of those touch points for us. And so we can take a very small fee at each one of those. Just to expand on the DeFi point, just so because you understandably may not understand that exactly what that is. In the regular finance world, let's say you're buying some stocks or you're buying bonds or you've got Australian dollars and you're traveling overseas and so you need some rupees or something like that. All of these kind of things can be done with DeFi. And so it's very, in terms of the traditional finance world, you always obviously pay fees when you do these things as well. So when I say touch points, it's those kind of things is what I'm talking about.
Right. Amazing. Thank you. Well, thank you, Hayden, and thank you, Callum. Thank you so much. You can sit
you very
back and
much.
relax. Please pop any of your details in there. You're getting lots of clapping of hands. Well done. And we are going over to our next picture. Thanks, guys. All right, Claire. Hello. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
All right. Are you ready to go?
I am. Yep.
Okay. Your time starts now. Off you go.
Okay. Have you ever finished watching a TV series and desperately wanted to talk about it with other people? Or maybe it was a film, video game, documentary, or book. You could try reaching out to other people online, but then you have to be incredibly careful about spoilers, or you might find that some of the existing platforms aren't as user-friendly as you would like. Rave or Rant is a website that makes it extremely easy for you to talk about films, TV series, video games, books, documentaries, and more. You don't need to worry about accidentally giving away spoilers or tragically seeing spoilers for something you haven't yet finished, basically because spoilers are only visible to you when you access the Rave or Rant page for that particular title. But on top of that, Rave or Rant can do a bit more than that. So it allows you to see what titles are trending. You can rate titles, you can choose to follow or unfollow titles, and you can also share relevant images and YouTube videos. In future, Rave or Rant will also have the capacity to generate recommendations for what you might like to watch, play, read, or listen to next. As of today, Rave or Rant is a fully functioning website. I'm currently in the process of developing an app for it as well. And as for what my startup needs, I'm looking to network with anyone who comes from either a marketing, legal, or business background, and therefore can assist me with a more business-based decision-making. And that's it. Thank you.
The applause is coming. When's the applause? Incredible.
For a moment, I panicked. Did I do something wrong?
It's terrible, isn't it? No, I was just waiting. Well done, Claire. Incredible
Thank
pitch.
you.
I'm actually going to call it tonight. I reckon this is the best, highest caliber of pitches from everyone that we've had. I feel very, very sorry for all of you judges. I'm just going to call it. It's all been incredible. Thank you so much. All right, judges, Lara, you've done it. You're next. Go.
So Claire, that was a great pitch. Just in terms of your ask, you were talking about wanting to connect with someone with legal and operational background. So what are the current roadblocks that your company is foreseeing, and what are the assistance that you're looking for?
So the roadblock I have at the moment is that I don't really know what to do next. I have more of a programming background. Marketing would be a huge one because I do have a database I have a small database of users. So I do have people signing up and creating user content, but I don't know how to sort of take it to the next level with attracting a broader audience. So that's, as I said, like marketing would be huge.
Okay, Kate, Aaron, who would like to go next? Kate, off you go.
Claire, your hook was fantastic because you really personalised it and drew us in. It was so it was such a human story, and so that's where you piqued my curiosity as a writer. And I just think I could help you with the marketing area, just with really cultivating a story for your target audience. Who is your target at the moment? Who are you contacting or communicating with on the platform that already exists?
So do you mean what kind of users I'm attracting?
Yeah.
So it's pretty broad. Basically anyone who just wants to talk about movies, TV shows, video games, documentaries, even bands, and so on. So yeah, as I said, it's pretty broad. It's almost like a website dedicated for talking about movies, etc., but it has that social media feel to it.
Do you have newsletters and a blog or anything like that that accompanies the community?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can actually hear Kate's wheels of her
my brain's
mind. I can hear it. I love it.
The cogs whirring.
Cogs,
you're giving me ideas already, so that's good.
I love it. This is what these nights. This is why I love these nights so much. I love it. And Aaron, over to you for some comments.
Oh, cool! Really nice pitch. I can see that you will need some help with branding. I've been Googling stuff, and the brand name itself is going to need some differentiation, I think. But the thing I would like to ask now is, How would you differentiate yourself from Reddit?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think Reddit would be probably my #1 competitor at this stage. But I think the way in which my website differentiates itself from Reddit is just that, before I actually started on my website, I tried to use Reddit, in fact, for a TV show that I just watched. And I really wanted to talk to other people about it. And I thought, well, maybe Reddit will do the job. But the problem I had with Reddit was that you can only talk about it at an episode level. And it's a little bit frustrating if you actually want to talk about the TV show as a whole. And on top of that, I thought that it didn't make it very user-friendly if you're wanting to talk about the TV series, because it means that the Reddit page that you're looking at specifically is for a particular episode. And so the way it works for users is, you have to just, you read through the comments, posts or whatever, and then you click next to go to the next episode and so on. And then on top of that, I thought that if I could create a website that captures that capability to talk about movies and TV shows and all that, it means that it can actually go a bit above and beyond what Reddit, Facebook, and so on can do, because it means that, for instance, my website would be able to generate user recommendations, as I said, on what you can watch, play, read, or listen to next. And unlike Stan, Netflix, and other streaming platforms, those recommendations aren't limited to just one streaming platform. So you're thinking about, what movie you'd like to watch next with your partner. But then on Netflix, you think, well, I don't know, like I've already watched these movies, so I'm not really interested. But then potentially you could go to my website and generate a list of recommendations there. Better yet, you might even be able to match it with someone else so that those recommendations aren't just for you, but also for you and your friend, or you and your partner, and so on.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think there's a lot of fun that could be had with this idea, just in short.
I love it. And again, so much passion coming through. I love passionate founders. This has just been jam-packed full of them. Love it. So thank you so much, Clay. You can sit back and relax now. Please pop any details, any links that you want us to follow. Please pop those in the chat and keep the questions coming for our pitches. But I'm going to announce our next pitcher. Rohit, please say hello.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. How are you? Rohit, you are about ready to go. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm all
okay,
good.
Your time starts now.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rohit. I'm the CEO and founder of Floofers. Floofers is a digital marketplace which connects pet parents with pet sitters and dog walkers. What Floofers is trying to do is we're trying to solve a very simple problem of finding reliable, trusting and caring pet sitters around your neighborhood. Now, how the app works, it's very simple. You search for a pet sitter, just like Airbnb. You can chat, you can book the pet sitters, and happy pets, happy you. It's as simple as that. Now, where we are at this point in time is we are 6 months into our pilot phase. We've just launched it around 35 Victorian suburbs, and we've crossed more than 7,000 signups. And we've already crossed more than 600 bookings on our platform. And by the way, just to let you know, our app is still not live. So this is just MVP product on the web browser. And as we speak, just today, we've submitted our app into the App Store for approval. So fingers crossed. So hopefully we should have that by next week. Just quickly talking about pet sitting business in Australia. Australia's got the highest percentage of pet ownership per household in the world, 69%. And last year, in 2021, we've spent close to $3 billion on pet sitting services. So the market is pretty huge. It just clearly shows that if you've got a good execution plan and a good team, you can get a fraction of it, maybe better than a fraction. So as of today, we are trying to go into a seed funding round, looking at raising $750,000, which will help aid our growth. Thank you. Open for any questions.
And yay! Well done, Rohit. Another incredible pitch. Incredible. Thank you so much. All right, Lara, look, you've already, you're on it now. Off you go. Over to you.
Super passionate today. I'm a dog mum. So I've got a 10-year-old dog, English Bull Terrier. His name's Sovereign. So I've got a lot of anxieties of people pet sitting.
Yes.
How do you verify the reliability of the people that are going to pet sit for you?
Sure. Really good question. That's one of our biggest differentiating aspects with the competitors. We do not let any person, just any random person, become a pet sitter or a dog walker on a platform. They have to go through 4 onboarding steps. We do an ID check on the person. They have to mandatorily submit a police check certificate issued within the last 12 months. And the third, the best bit, they have to complete a free pet care online course, which is provided by Floofers, and get 100% in the assessment before their application can be reviewed manually by the team. So that's the vetting process for the pet sitters and dog walkers.
Oh, where can I sign up my dog?
Absolutely, you should just go for it.
I love it. And I'm a dog mum. I mean, I've got 4 kids, but my favorite, don't tell them, is my dog.
Exactly.
And I have a bordoodle. She's a border collie cross a poodle, and her name's Maggie, and she's so naughty. Anyway, there you go.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got the chief dog officer of our company is Augie, and he's my Doodle, who's a 40-kilo gigantic teddy bear.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it.
He's been the inspiration behind Floofers. So.
I love it. I love it. All right, Kate, would you like to go next?
Rohit, you've absolutely nailed your target audience here with the judges all being dog obsessed. I have 3, and
awesome. Yeah.
they are the site supervisors at my home office, and they also have precedence over the children. I just think that there is, you've picked such an amazing niche, and when you went through and told us the security measures you put in place, because I don't want to leave my dog with anyone, let alone my own children. When you told us about the security measures, that made me go, yes, I would like to be part of this Airbnb for pets. Floofers, it sounds amazing. I'm wrapped for you. So fabulous pitch, loved it.
Thank you.
Nothing more to add.
Thank you.
I love it. And Aaron, over to you to close out the comments.
Oh, cool. Well, amazing pitch, really well done. And I think you are onto a market space there, because the pet market and pet owners' needs are really, really growing. Look, is there going to be a supply issue from pet sitting services? I mean, if you need someone to put in a police check to watch for a pet and take a course and everything, isn't that just too big an entry barrier for the supply side?
Really good question, Aaron. Now, that's the differentiation, right? Because pets are our kids. Let's be honest. So if what we are doing is we compare it with childcare, because today, most of the households have pets. And if you have to leave your pets, or you need someone to come to your place and look after your house and pets, you need to make sure that it's the right person. So by the way, it's about pet sitting, there is house sitting, there is dog walking. So there are 5 kinds of services that we provide. So if we do not have that security aspect, we're just going to be like any other company running out there. And just to let you know, Aaron, it's because of the lack, it's a non-regulated industry within Australia. So there have been a lot of issues because of, companies having 0 or minimal compliances, people, coming over to your place and taking things away, them having some bit of criminal history, companies not knowing about it. So, you really have to be careful. So that is something which is super strict when it comes to Floofers.
And I get that. And I understand that this is demand driven. I'm more worried about the supply side.
So the supply side, it's supply side for people who want to become sitters and who are serious about taking that seriously. They have to do it. Because for us, it's more about building that element of growing more pet sitters on a platform slowly, rather than just going in with the pace. Yes, it is a hindrance, but what we also do is we provide discounted police checks to all the people who want to submit the application. In fact, we provide 25% off on the police checks as well, because we've partnered up with a third-party police check provider.
Ooh, thanks.
You've thought of everything. Love it, Rohit. Thank you so much. So you can sit back and relax. Well done. Congratulations again on an incredible pitch. All right, we are over to our last pitcher. Now, I did put a note in there saying that if anyone out there is feeling particularly brave and would like to do an impromptu pitch, we will have time for one more, but whoever gets in first will get that spot. So I'll leave it out there. If no one pitches, that's fine. We'll just have more time in the breakout room. But Jim, hello, please say hello. Hello. All right. Are you ready to get pitching?
Yes, certainly. Yep.
All right. Your time starts now.
G'day, I'm Jim from Nomad Nodes, and we are making free-to-use Wi-Fi hotspots more accessible, more secure, more reliable, and more rewarding by bringing Web3 to Wi-Fi. We're fixing two big problems. The first big problem that we're fixing is free-to-use Wi-Fi. It sucks. It's often a flip of a coin whether it works or not, and the security vulnerabilities are absolutely terrible. The other problem that we're fixing is a third of the world is still not connected to the internet, and it's not just the developing countries. Even in places like New York, 46% of New Yorkers who live below the poverty line don't have internet access at home, and that just fuels a perpetual poverty trap. And yet, right next to them, within Wi-Fi range, they can see Wi-Fi, they just can't access it. So what we're doing is we're rewarding people with cryptocurrency to share their leftover available bandwidth. So we are developing custom firmware for existing wireless routers so that there's a brand new third option. Rather than just having open Wi-Fi or closed Wi-Fi, there's a brand new Web3 option that brings blockchain to the solution. So we get to get all of the advantages of a secure system and use the blockchain to enable the devices to add extra layers of security compared to open Wi-Fi. And we're also going to have a map that actually shows you on an app that works online and offline where your next free-to-use Wi-Fi hotspot is, because currently it's pretty hit and miss.
Jim, you nailed it. Amazing. Again, another incredible pitch, full of passion. Absolutely love it. Loving tonight. All right, judges, who wants to go first? Aaron, off you go.
Yeah, really nice pitch. And, I'm a bit of a techie and I always try to pay attention to these type of developments. So really happy to see you pitching this idea. I've got the standard question that I usually ask from every single blockchain person. How do you make money off this?
Yeah, so there is the token play, which is an easy way to make money. However, it's more, we've also got other ways to make money, more of a freemium type service. So if you want additional aspects to your router, like added layers of security, parental control, a website blocking, things like that, we can charge services for that. But our firmware is going to be free. It's going to be available for everyone. And then if they want to earn rewards, they need to buy some tokens. They need to lock them up in order to earn crypto rewards. So we can just take a small little percentage of all of that. And since we are the token distributor and the creator of the token, there's multiple ways to make money on that.
Aaron, are you happy with that answer?
Thanks.
I love it. All right, I might go with Lara. Lara, have you got any questions?
Sure, that was a great pitch. I really liked that story. What trends do you see in the market that your company currently taps into?
So, sorry, trends in the market that our company what?
Taps into.
Taps into. So, I mean, one advantage is like we get to look at the holistic impact side and basically say, hey, look, we're helping the world. We're getting more people online, and basically we're making free to use Wi-Fi hotspots just more accessible and more reliable and more secure. So at the moment, like the standard play is any security person will say, never ever connect to a free Wi-Fi hotspot, and unless you're using a VPN. Because it's just not encrypted, it's not secure. However, we've got things, we've got protocols and new security protocols which we can implement on all of the hardware. So basically, all new devices moving forward are fully secure.
Thank you.
Getting a nod there, and Kate, over to you for some final comments.
Jim, great pitch. Because also, like Callum, you explained it for the techie-phobic people in a way that I understood most of it. But I am wondering, how do you explain that people need this? How do you explain that to the people who are so far from tech that don't understand the correlation between Web3 and blockchain, let alone the security issues with free Wi-Fi?
Yep. So one great aspect, so I mean, there's multiple great aspects of it, but one great feature that we're doing is we're removing the passwords. So when your friend comes round to your house, they don't have to go, oh, what's your Wi-Fi password? And you don't have to look on the bottom of the router and that sort of thing. Or if a Tinder date comes along, you go, oh, actually, I don't know if I want to give you my password, because then you've got access to my whole network, because that's a security vulnerability on its own. The moment you get a device on your network, it's there, and that is a vulnerability. So just removing passwords is one great aspect. So grandma never has to worry about it. You know, you hook up her wireless router. You can set it up to earn rewards or not. Like if she lives in a country with no one near her, there's no need to stake tokens on it. But if she's if she's in an apartment building and she's got neighbors, she's not using her whole internet and she's paying $75 a month for it. Why not start earning rewards for that? There's another network kind of similar called Helium for IoT, and people, there's 1 million units out there which people are earning crypto rewards for. So it's a proven case. It's just no one's doing it for Wi-Fi yet.
Amazing,
Thank you,
Jim. Yeah, great answer. You are nailing it. And Aaron, I saw you did have your hand up. Yes.
Yeah. Can I have an extra question, please?
Of course you can.
Yeah, Jim. So firmware upgrade. So how do you plan on managing tech support on this one?
Yep. So in time, we would like it to be open source. It's similar to this. There's a project out there called OpenWRT, which is an open source firmware system. However, what we're doing is we're going to basically go, okay, there's particular brands of routers and particular model numbers that we are going to support, and that's going to be on the supported list. And then on the unsupported list, it could be the Wild West. Since we're not actually selling the hardware, because we want this to be as scalable as possible. And people have said, oh, why don't you sell the hardware? And realistically, you can't scale fast enough. We need to get millions of these units out within a few years. So we're making it available so even the manufacturers will be able to put our firmware on the wireless routers out of the box, ready to go. So it can be ready on Amazon.com. It could be ready at Best Buy. It can be ready at your local Harvey Norman. You walk in and you could either buy the normal wireless router or the exact same one with our firmware on it, off the shelf, ready to go.
All good, Aaron? Any
Cool,
more?
That's it.
Amazing. Wow, Jim, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Sorry that we did miss you off the original list. And that's just a tip for anyone that's on there. Sometimes we don't always get everyone on the list. So please make yourself known, Jim. We had to have heard you. So I'm so pleased that we got to get you up tonight. That actually finishes all of the formal pitches tonight. So we're going to do some breakout rooms. Judges, you will stay. You'll have a room with me where we will really don't envy the decision that you have to make at all. I actually feel very sorry for you. I think this is the hardest night we have ever had, and I've been doing these since July 2020. I think this is absolutely the hardest night of pitches ever. So enjoy. So we are over to the very exciting end of proceedings where we're going to announce our winners. I feel like we need a drum roll now. I didn't tee this up, so we actually don't have one. Anyway, okay, so Aaron, I'm going to get you to announce first up the prize winner for your prize.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Everybody did an awesome job pitching. So, Jim, I really enjoyed your pitch, and the geek in me immediately started thinking about wanting one of those at home. So I do have the feeling that there's a lot more stakeholders to whom you could actually offer value to. And I would love to have the opportunity to talk to you about that in a consultation session discussing the development of your business.
Hooray!
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Well done. And I'll be sending an email connection between yourself and Aaron straight after this so that you will be connected up and you can go ahead and do that prize. So that's how I'll match up all that. But congratulations, Jim. Well done. All right, over to Kate. And we'll put the drum roll in just before you announce. Kate, who is the lucky winner of your prize?
Well, actually, I have two winners because I couldn't separate. So I'm going to offer a consultation to both of these people because I see that there's real scope for marketing, but also for a really targeted brand story that will help both of these people go boom with their brands. So firstly, Claire of Rave or Rant, I'd really like to work with you. And also Rohit, you had me with Floofers. As soon as you said that you're a pet sitter and you love dogs, I'm like, yep, I want to work with this guy. So
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Just incredible. Well done. Congratulations, Claire and Rohit. And I'll be sending those connection emails between yourself and Kate straight after this session. All right. Last but certainly not least, Lara, let us know who your winners are.
So I too also struggled to identify between the two of these, which one I wanted to work with. But the investment banker in me has chosen Allopay as well as Nomad Nodes. So I would love to work with the future of commerce and the economy. So those are my favorites.
Thanks, Lara.
Thank you.
Incredible. Well done. So Jim, there you go. You're a double winner tonight. Congratulations to our winners, to Allopay, to Rave or Rant, to Floofers and to Nomad Nodes. But congratulations to absolutely everyone that pitched tonight. Honestly, it was the highest caliber of pitches and the judges had so many problems picking. So just thank you. I encourage you to all come back again, pitch again, just brilliant. I will be sharing all your details all over social media. Just congratulations. Silicon Beach will also share out all of the picture details and get that promotion for you. But congratulations to everyone. And I am going to mute myself. I'm going to hand over to Olga to close things out. But just a quick reminder, if you would like to join Legally Yours in the Silicon Beach community for our legal information event, it's happening next Thursday, the 13th of October. We've got Christine and Tolt from Allied Legal talking all about intellectual property and what we need to do to protect it, which is really important at this startup stage. So please join me 12:30 p.m. Australian Daylight Saving Time. All the details there. Olga, over to you.
Thank you, Karen, and congratulations, everyone. And I'm sorry, I have to mention it, as being a blockchain advocate, I'm so happy to see two pitches on decentralized. So good. And congratulations, everyone. Well, I actually want to remind that we will have an event that's scheduled for November, a Lending and Rogers Law Tech Hub Pitch Night. And we will be posting links in the chat. Please register for this event. And also Kate will have, one of our judges will be hosting an event of storytelling and startup. Kate, would you like to give a quick overview what's going to happen at your event?
Sure. So I'm running a lunchtime event, a lunch and learn session that looks at how you can build a really powerful business if you use story as the front runner of your brand, because the neurologists have shown, neurological science shows that our brains are captivated by story. And so if you can put a name and a face at the front of your brand that puts the customer as the hero rather than the brand as the hero, automatically you are going to be in a position where you can not only compete but outdo your competitors. So I'm going to be running through how we can identify the biggest problem of our customers and then target them specifically and ignore everybody else. So only going after our ideal client avatars and pursuing the dream clients and ignoring everybody else, because we don't need to cater to everyone. So that's what I'll be talking about in a webinar. It'll probably go for about 40 minutes and then have a Q&A session at the end as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. And well, I encourage everyone to join this, and especially when someone just started a journey and a startup journey, so you probably want to hear all these insights from an expert. And well, congratulations, everyone. It was as Karen said, the pitches were great. And again, encouraging everyone to come and join us next time. We will be setting up our next virtual pitch night shortly, and I believe we will be posting it on the LinkedIn and social media accounts. So thank you so much, and I think we will be closing this event. Have a great evening, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Well done.
Thanks. Bye.